Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, April O'Neil. That's right, the infamous sidekick of the Turtles is getting a brand new figure in this new movie toy line, so let's go ahead and check her out. As you can see, she comes on that new style Out of the Shadows blister card packaging. The upper portion of the box has an image of all four turtles, while the bubble fully showcases our new April O'Neil within. When you rotate this around to the backside, we have a very similar cross-cell showing the other Out of the Shadows figures. However, there are a few differences here. Of course, April O'Neil is now included on that cross-cell since, well, we've got her in this package, but look at that Casey Jones next to her. That figure's not wearing a mask. So could there be an unmasked Casey Jones on the way? Looks like there might be. So let's go ahead and pull April O'Neil outside of the box and take a closer look at her. So as you can see here, she's done in a very similar style to the figure from the first movie, and we'll have a comparison time in just a bit so you can see the two standing side by side. Worth noting is that this particular figure is not wearing the signature April O'Neil yellow colors. She's actually wearing more blue on this particular figure. She's got sort of a blue top on, and then she's got this blue like flannel shirt tied around her waist, which is kind of funny. Like the 90s are alive in this movie apparently, because everybody seems to be wearing things around their waist, right? The Turtles have shirts tied around their waist. April's got a shirt tied around her waist, but yeah, guess that's just the style. But let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt here. One of the things I want to say here is that the paint is just really not well done, specifically in the eyes. You can really see that there's just not a lot of really nicely painted details, especially when comparing to the first figure, which again I'll show you in just a bit. But also, the eye paint is really off. I mean, you can kind of see where the sculpt of the eye is and how the painted eye isn't matching up with the sculpted eye bits, which is making it so that her eyes look a little too far apart and a little lower down than they should be. So yeah, it's just a really wonky looking figure. Now maybe we'll get lucky and this just happens to be how mine looks and the majority of them won't be messed up like this, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. No pun intended. So the rest of the figure, it's pretty basic. There's really not a whole lot else going on with April here. She's wearing like some darker jeans there. She's got black high heel boots on. I will say that the heels make it a little hard for her to stand in some poses. And it seems to be because the heel portion of the boots aren't quite long enough. You can see, so she has a tendency to kind of like lean and fall backwards. So you really kind of have to like play, there you go. You have to play with the articulation a bit to get her in a good stance. So let's go ahead and talk articulation with this figure. There's actually not too much here. The head is ball jointed, so you can roll it around as well as move it side to side. The hair, of course, is going to hinder the movement just a bit. You can see it's a little rigid, but you know, you can get it to kind of come over the shoulders there, so you can turn her head left and right. She does have ball-like joints at the shoulders, so the arms can go outwards, forwards, backwards. They can swivel all the way around there. But then you have no other articulation in the rest of the arms, so nothing at the elbow, nothing at the wrists. She does rotate at the waist, side to side there, and then she does have joints at the hips here. This shirt that's kind of tied around her waist does get in the way a bit. It doesn't really look like it's removable. I mean, it's a separate piece, but you can see it's actually attached underneath here with the figure. So it's going to get in the way of the leg movement just a bit. Mostly her legs are just going to move forwards and backwards. You can kind of get a swivel, but again, no other articulation. No knee joints, no boot cuts, nothing like that. So very, very minimal articulation on this particular figure, which is going to limit the amount of poses you can get with her. And this April O'Neil figure does come with one accessory in the form of this ooze canister. And as you can see, it's just solid black plastic. This is actually pretty disappointing because if you look at that cross-cell on the back of the box, you can see how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be silver with the purple kind of retro mutagen ooze showing through, which is a plot point in this movie. And instead, we just got the solid black retro mutagen ooze canister. Now, I know that our accessory accessories with the Playmates Ninja Turtles line generally are unpainted, but I feel like that completely ruins the coolness of this particular accessory. If it actually had the right colors and looked like a canister of ooze, this would be an awesome addition to the line. But as it is, it's just kind of boring. She can hold it in either one of her hands, but again, posing is limited with this figure. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Let's stand her alongside the April O'Neil from that first movie so you can see the differences between the two. Honestly, I feel like the movie one April is the better figure. She definitely looks better, and especially when you look at the face, you can see she got a lot more paint on her face and it just looks better. So I kind of feel like she is just the better of the two figures if you need to have a movie April in your collection. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new Out of the Shadows April O'Neil action figure from Playmates Toys. You can see her standing alongside Casey Jones here, alongside the Turtles. She fits in great with them. You can see she's actually about the same height as the Turtles. I know that they are probably a lot bigger than that in the movie, but I kind of like the height in the figures here. That actually suits them a little bit better. So there you go. That's what it looks like with her all matched up with the rest of them. Not a lot going on with this figure, of course, but if you want to complete the lineup, this particular figure is hitting in one of the current waves that should be coming out very soon. I got to give a special thanks to Playmates Toys for sending this along so we can get a good look at her early before she's actually hitting stores. So gang, just keep hitting the stores. There's lots of new Turtles figures coming out. Happy hunting, my friends. And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on one of my Ninja Turtles reviews. Until next time, my friends.